Surprise! It is me, and guess what? By the title of today's video, I am running amok. And I am so excited because Blaine is not here. He is over, well, yeah, he's not here. He is over at Road to California, and actually not only Road to California, but our Impressions Long Beach convention. And that is super exciting because we have lots of brother educators up there with all of the brother multi-needle machines, the PRS 100 and the PR1X and the 1055 and the 680, all of the amazing brother machines. They're up there doing demos, talking to people. Blaine's up there. Kyle's going to be up there soon, but I do have Kyle for today. So he's behind the scenes here.
Hi, everybody.
I've got him for the day.
If anything goes wrong, it's not my fault. I haven't done this in a while.
Right. It's because I'm not running the stream. So that's the reason for that. But welcome, everyone. I am so excited that you guys are all here today. I want to say hi to some of you, and we just have a good show today. We have something exciting with this machine. You can't see it fully, but don't worry. We're going to get into it in just a second. But let me say hi to some of you guys this morning. Oh my gosh. We've got Sandy Guiley. I'm sorry. Good morning. My eyesight's going. We've got Deborah Smith. Good morning. Ooh, Sandy's in Dallas. Hello. First off, I hope everybody is staying safe because I've been seeing we're in San Diego, so we just get the 60-degree weather and that's freezing for us. But I've been seeing all the stuff with everybody in the snow and all of the storms going on. So I hope everybody is safe and okay and staying warm. And if you're at home and you don't have anything to do, just take out your sewing machine and start working on a project. Why not? Just get yourself inspired. Maybe we'll do something today that will get you going to start a new project or something like that. So super exciting. But I'm seeing a lot of my old friends on here. Have I been here? Yeah, I've been here with Blaine, but which hasn't been just us by ourselves. So Nikki Tellier, good morning, New Hampshire. Nice. I've always wanted to go over Northeast. I've never been over there. Roxanne Van Gelder, good morning. Wanda Mitchell, hello everyone. I'm so excited that you guys are all here. Doreen Warren, love you, see you. I see you all the time on the Facebook group. Marilyn Whitco, good morning. Kathy Nabfeld, good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh, we got a full house today. Well, the reason why I'm doing this show today is because we got a very, very special, how should I say this? We got just a very special thing and just a very exciting show going on today. So we have this machine here, very special. Wink, I'm winking. I can't wink, but I'm trying. We have the Brother NQ3550W here, and I'm going to show you all of the amazing things about this machine and all of the great features and things like that, because we just got some things for SMP Nation. We love you and we appreciate you, and we got something for you. So stick around until the end, and we'll tell you how you can get in on this thing. But I'm going to show you all the amazing features of this machine, and I'm very excited. But I want to just let you know of some things that are going around here at SMP that I just want to keep you up to date on. So coming up, we have got, of course, you can tune in here every Thursday with Blaine and myself. We're always here. There you go. We've got a nice little calendar for you. If you're watching on your phone, take a screenshot of this. So that way you can save this and keep it for whenever, check in and say, oh, is there a new event coming up? Just keep that for you. But as you can see, next Thursday, we've got Sew Steady coming on, and we're talking with Stacey Louie. They actually just released a collection. It's their new line called Embroidery, and that is embroidery designs using a lot of their ruler work designs and all of the artwork that they've created with their ruler work. So much fun stuff with that, and we'll tell you more about that next Thursday. But if you are into embroidery and quilting and long arming, check this out because you will love what you're going to see next Thursday. But of course, every Thursday, 10 a.m. PST, that's where we are right here. YouTube, Facebook, and amongst many other platforms. You can find us on there. But coming up, we actually have a special show on February 20th, which is a Tuesday, and we are having Adita from Laundry Basket Quilts come on, and we are doing a special event with her. I'm so excited for this because she's actually also going to be a judge for Quilt Fest. So how exciting is that? So exciting. We've got so many more other things coming up with Quilt Fest, so we're going to get to later on. But again, with Quilt Fest, March 11th through the 15th, mark your calendars. But one more thing, Fabric Palooza. March 1st, yeah. Fabric Palooza. So if you are looking for fabric, or if maybe you're not looking for fabric and you don't need fabric, but you want fabric, join in. They're actually cutting it all out on our San Marcos floor. If you ever walk around there, you'll probably see Lynn cutting some fabric for Fabric Palooza. We're prepping for you, even now in January. So we're getting lots of fabric cut and ready for you. But yeah, so those are the exciting things that are going on with SMP over the next few weeks and months. And then, of course, as we go along, Blaine has been very busy planning pretty much this whole year. We've got a lot of things and new exciting events coming up that we are working on a little later, maybe into Q2, like into the summertime. We've got lots and lots and lots for you, and we cannot wait for you to see it. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you hit the little notification bell. That will tell you every time we post a video or go live or anything like that, so that way you can keep in touch. And also you can go to our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, our Twitch, our Twitter, our X, and we are all on there. So go follow us on there, and we will be keeping up with you there as well. And with Facebook, our Facebook group, it's so fun. All of my friends are on there. We all just talk and share pictures of our projects, and it's so, I love it. I love the community that we built on there. So if you want to join the SMP Nation private Facebook group, you can do that. You can just go to our Facebook page, SewingMachinesPlus.com, and you'll find it on our page right there. You can join. So super exciting. I think we're over 1.5K now,
over
which is
1,500.
wild.
Yeah.
When I started that, I'm like, even if we get 100 people, 150, that would be amazing just to have all of you guys in there to talk. And then within months, it just blew up. And I'm like, wow, it totally worked out. And that means that you guys like it. So that's the best thing. So with that, all that being said, I guess we can just get started talking about the Brother NQ3550W. Now, some of the things that I do want to mention about this machine just quickly is that this machine is in the middle range. It's in the middle range of your small machine. So you've got, with the smaller Brother machines, normally they will only go up to a 4x4, and then the next step up would be 5x7. This one is a 6x10. So you've got more work area, you've got more sewing work area, and it's combo. So you get two machines in one. So I'm going to move this around. We've got a second camera. I'm just going to bring this into frame. Yes, perfect. Okay, so just wait for that to focus, and let's turn this on. It's an adorable machine. I love the silver. If you're a silver girl like me, I loved taking this out of the box, opening it. It's such a nice and sleek machine, and it's also lightweight. It's not super heavy. It's a great travel machine. There's just lots of things that I'm going to go into that will make this perfect, regardless of if you're a traveling quilter and you like to go to retreats, or you embroider and you want to take it on the go, or you're just at home and you want to keep it at home and use this as a home machine. So let's turn this on and get started. Okay, I'm going to show you the sewing side first because I've got it all set up here. And also I'm going to show you how you would go from sewing to embroidery. So you can, if you're thinking about this machine, or if by the end you want to learn more about this machine or get this machine, you can come back to this video and watch it. And this will be a good video for you to watch as you're taking it out of the box as well. So right off the bat, you've got this nice, this is 3.6 inch. This is an LCD touchscreen. So you can easily bounce back and forth between all of your buttons. And here we've got our sewing screen. So if you click on this, you'll see all of the amazing all of the amazing stitches that you've got. There's plenty of options. There's actually 291 built-in stitches. You've got 10 one-step auto-size buttonholes, and you have some lettering. So you've got some lettering down here. So if you wanted to do like a quilt label, or you're, putting something on a t-shirt and you just wanted to sew some lettering on, or maybe like add a little touch to a project or initials, whatever the case may be, you have those options there. You've also got numbers, and you've got a couple different fonts that you can look at too to make it really match with your project, which is really nice. So nice features there. You've also got some different languages going on over here. So we love that. But you come back here and you've got all of your sewing stitches. So I'm going to get some fabric. I've got some Brother Blue fabric today, so we can add some color. And I'm going to be stitching on some white exquisite thread. So hopefully you can see this. It should pop really well with the blue. All right, so for the foot that I have on today, I've got the open toe foot, but I do just want to show you a couple other of the feet that come with it. So right here, you get this little bag, and this has a bunch of little accessories and just helpful tools to help you get through your project. So you've got some of these, you're gonna get some needles, and there's a twin needle here. So if you ever wanted to do a project using a twin needle, they give you one right there. How convenient. And you also get some foot attachments. So I'm just gonna open this right up and show you. My favorite thing that you're gonna get in here is this right here. This goes over your thread spools, and it helps from your threads going everywhere, especially when you've got it up here. You can just slide this on, and it's a great little, I mean, it's so small, you'd think, oh, what is this? Or you probably even thought it was part of the packaging, but no, this really helps with the thread and keeping it stable, especially when you're doing embroidery and you're going fast, or sewing and you're going fast, because this machine can go up to 850 stitches per minute. So this is great to keep your thread nice and secure. And with your thread being secure, you've got your little spool pins and your little stoppers here. I've got the medium one up here. That normally I use Exquisite, Floriani, and Aurifil frequently with all my projects. Those are the 3 threads that I love. And the medium spool pin, or the little spool cap, fits perfectly with those. So that's the one I always keep on here. But you've got a large and a small. So how nice is that? Depending on what kind of thread spools you've got, because they're all different sizes. You've got all different types of ones. But back to the feet, you're going to have a bunch of little attachments. So here's just a couple that I'm grabbing here. So you've got a non-stick foot. You've got your classic. This is the foot that it's going to come on. That's going to be on your machine when you open it up. This is just your classic 1/4 inch. You've got the clear guide there. This is an amazing foot to learn on, especially if you are really new to sewing and you are trying to get used to that seam allowance. And I know I always struggle with that and keeping it, really straight and precise when I first started sewing. So this is a great foot to just keep on to get you into the groove of keeping that 1/4 inch. Whenever I use this one, I'm like, okay, this is how I know it helps me keep my guide and keep my allowances, because they're super important with projects. You'll learn very quickly. We've also got some brushes, and this little end is good for getting out any of the little gunk that's going to be in your machine, because when you do sew on machines a lot, you're going to get some gunk, and you'll probably get some, fabric debris left in there and around the bobbin case. So it's really, really, really important to keep this around and keep this near you, just like a seam ripper. So keep this next to your seam ripper. You'll need it. You will need it. And your machine will let you know if it is not clean. I'm telling you. With our service department, they always will tell you to clean and make sure you clean around this area, because that will help you keep your machine running longer without having to get a service. So those little self-maintenance types of things are super, super important. Another few things you're going to get. So you've got this foot as well. You're also going to get your embroidery foot, which I have over here because we're going to be using this in a second. This is your O foot. And I'm going to show you how you put this on and how you kind of from start to finish, from going to sewing to going to embroidery, because this is a little different from the foot that you've got on here. So yes, lots more accessories to go into. Just for the sake of time, I don't want to sit here with all of these littles, but we've got all this in here. You're going to get this little bag right when you open up the machine. And this just includes all of the things that you'll need to get started and keep you going, which is so nice that Brother included all of that in there. Especially some of these feet, because feet can be pricey, but again, with the ones that you do get here, lots of options for you to, there's lots of projects you can create with these feet, and as well as the embroidery, with the 6x10 hoop, you can, well, 4x4 too, it just depends on the project, but you can start to do some in the hoop projects, which is really exciting, and the 5x7 as well. Okay. Let's get into some sewing, shall we? So let me fold up some fabric here. All right, I've got this here. And I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer to you so you can really see how this is gonna work. Okay, so I've got my little fabric here. Now I folded this over a few times to show you that this does sew really well with thicker fabrics, especially denim and any other type of thick material. Or if you're sewing multiple layers of cotton, you're quilting. Quilting isn't really thick, I would say, or dense. but it's a lot of layers. So you want to make sure that your machine can get through all of those layers. You do, with this machine, also have an automatic threader. And that is super exciting for somebody like me because I have horrible eyesight. I do. I have horrible eyesight, and it's so nice to be able to just go right there and your needle is threaded for you. So it's super exciting. I do have the open toe foot on my machine right now because I want to show you some different stitches. And so if I had that 1/4 inch guide, some of those stitches don't go with that clear foot. So you want to have the open toe so you can do like your zigzag and other more decorative stitches and things like that. So just keep that in mind. So let's look. Let's start off with just a straight stitch because that's the stitch we all use the most, of course. So I'm going to go right down the middle and let's see how this goes. So this is halfway. This is the halfway speed. And see, I'm barely even touching the fabric and it's keeping it super straight. Everything is aligned. I'm just basically laying my fingers down just to guide it, you know, not really doing anything crazy. The machine is doing all of that work. So let me stop that. One thing I want to mention is you do have these buttons up here. This will adjust your speed. So I'm going halfway. I'm not going too fast because in reality, when you're sewing, there's going to be certain projects where you are going fast, but there's also most of the time you're probably going in between, you know, maybe slow to medium, and right in the middle, there's always that sweet spot of how fast you want to go. So that's nice. You can adjust it, but you can also adjust it in here in your settings, which I'll show you in just a second. But these buttons here, you've got your automatic thread cutter, which is just the best. If you see machines with a thread cutter, just know they're putting all of the crafters' wants and needs first, right? Everybody wants an automatic thread cutter. It makes a world of a difference in just your efficiency while you're sewing. So I'm just going to press that and it just cut my thread for me. And then I've got this foot lever, so you can lift this up and down without having to use the back lever that you can see right here. So you can just press that up and down and instead of using that. But depending on what you want to do, if you want to keep using that, no problem. And here we've got a nice stitch. I do have the tension up a little bit, but I'm going to show you how we can adjust that. But right off the bat, you've got that straight seam allowance that just worked right off the machine. That was all on the machine. It was not me doing all that. So let's come back and let's try another stitch. So I'm going to just press this down and right there. This is also the other button I was going to mention is the needle down. So you can go needle down, needle up, needle down. So whenever I'm working with a project or I'm working on something where I have precise corners, super convenient to have that needle down feature because you can just lift it up, turn your fabric, and there you go. Now you are back. You're still in that same spot because the needle held that fabric the whole time. So that is a really nice feature for someone working with really precise corners. And one else, let's come back and start working on this. Let's move on to, let's look at some other stitches. Now let me show you something here at the top as well. So there's a little button in this corner. I'm going to tap on this. That button will open up these settings here at the top. So you hit that button. This is where you can adjust your width, your length, your tension. L and R shift is how far to the left or the right you want your needle to go. So here, let me cut this thread and we'll leave the needle up. Watch, I'm going to see if this will pick this up, but I'm going to move my needle. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that. I know it is a needle and they are tiny, but you can move it over as far left or as far right as you need, which is a very, very nice feature, especially when you're working with really, really precise projects or you just need to do a finishing stitch or something on top of your, could be garments or whatever the case may be. If you really want to get it exact and that precise markings, that's going to be the way to do it. So really, really nice. I'm going to put this back to 0 because 0 is going to be perfectly center. So that's your reference. And then I'm going to bring the tension down just a little bit so you can get a better look of these stitches. So we'll go back to 3.8. I'm going to hit OK. Now let's try some other stitches. Whenever I look at sewing machines, I always love to look at their decorative stitches because yes, we do use straight stitches all the time and zigzags, and we have those set classic sewing stitches that we use all the time. But looking at these decorative ones is so much fun. So I'm going to hit OK. And you've got lots of options here. There is even like a stippling feature here. Let me see if I can get into it. You've got chains. So if you wanted to do like a chain type of style, you can do that on here. You've got some honeycombs. That would be adorable for like a bee-themed apron, finishing the stitches on top there, doing some like border work on the outside. I feel like that would be really cute. You've got Christmas trees and flowers. There's so many different things. Some really pretty little swirls here. Love, 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 love. But what you can also do is adjust it as well. So you can, make the stitch smaller or larger if you need to. There's lots of different options. And it's just great. I always love the leaves. They're adorable. So I need to cancel this little pattern. And let's go back to our decorative stitches. Let's hit 3, see what we've got going on here. So again, you have lots more options here. And I just saw somebody commented it's not too late for Christmas designs. No, it is never too late for Christmas designs. We love Christmas designs. And I mean, Christmas in July, it's already going to come up soon. So might as well just start now. Start right after Christmas is over. But yeah, lots of different stitches here. One thing that I do want to show you that is really, really cool, and I think everybody should have in their machine if they have the chance, is this button right here, which is the custom stitch feature. So you can customize your own stitches right here on the machine. Now, this is customizing with the built-in stitches. So you can pick up the options that you have inside of the machine. So I can hit this and we can go through. So let's say I wanted, so let's do this one. Let's do this one right here. We hit OK. So that just made a point for us right there. So there's a stitch. And then you come over here and let's pick out another one. I want to see if I can find like a flower we can put on the end of there. Make it like a whole completed flower. Ooh, so here's one. So let's try this one. Okay. And we've got a whole customized little stitch there. So let's see if we can test this. I'm going to pull my thread back and I'm going to slow this down just a little bit just because we are working with, oops, and I got unthreaded here because we are working with, oops, let's cut this, a new stitch, and this is customized. So we'll test this out. Always recommend when you're doing this custom feature that you test it out before you put it on your final project. And I mean, I feel like that should come with every stitch or every embroidery design or everything that you do. Just make sure you test. It's like measure twice and cut once. Measure twice and cut once. So we are going to hit test. And let's see. Now I've got the width kind of wide. So let's make that a little smaller. We're going to make our length a little bit shorter. Let's turn down the tension just a little bit. Maybe we'll go a little bit wider. Okay, I'm going to line this up. And let's see. This is the moment. This is the moment. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Let me move this off to the side. I'm going to slow it down just so we can get a really good shot. And see. Okay. And we're going, I think I might have put it a little bit too small, but we will look. That's why we test. That's why we test it. All right, and I think it's moving on to the flower. Okay, let's see. I'm going to stop that. And I feel like we're going to have to make this a little bit wider. But here's the start of our little custom stitch. So we'll have to go through and mess around with that. But let's see, let's mess with the tension and see if we can get it a little bit better. But the nice thing with this is I saw Zena said so quiet. It is quiet. My mic is right next to this machine, so you will definitely pick it up if it does make noise. You'll hear how loud it is, and it's really not. It is not that loud at all. So you've got that custom stitch setting, and it'll continue the set that you made or the little customization that you made. It'll continue that. So if you did it for a long period of time, you're not just testing it, you can have it, it'll just keep going. It'll just repeat that pattern up until you switch it to something else. So really nice, you're able to adjust it and edit it however you need to. If I were to do this again, I'd probably go a little bit longer and a little bit wider, just so that way you could really see the stitch. But that is a really nice thing. And this is a newer feature. This is newer with the mid line of the Brother machines. The top of the line machines have these features, but it's really nice that they're opening these features up to the smaller machines. So that way these more affordable machines do have some more of the fancier features, which is really nice. So let's come back here. And I'm going to exit out of there. You also have that pivot feature, which is kind of what I was showing you as well with this needle threader, or with this needle here. So I'm going to put my foot down. So let's go back, and I'm just going to pick a stitch. Let's do it just right down the middle. So if we start here, I'm just going to go so. And then I'm going to stop, and let's say I hit a corner. Oh, I'm right at the corner of my project. All you have to do, lift it up, move it around. Your needle will hold it for you, and start again. And I'm going to stop it and show you just how nice that corner was. So let me lift it up, and you've got a perfect corner. But you're watching, oh, okay, that's not bad. That's easy to do. Well, I'm going to show you something even easier to do sewing horizontally. Horizontally. We're going to go across. So I'm going to pull this down. Another feature with this Brother machine that I love is the fact that you can sew sideways. So if you click on this, let's go to the right. And I'm going to just check this. I'm going to bring my tension down just a little bit. And I'm going to put it down, move that needle. Okay. And actually, I'm going to give myself some more room here. So I put this down. Now let's press go. And it is sewing sideways. I didn't adjust any of the features on here in regards to stitch length or anything like that, but it's sewing sideways, just right there. All right, so let's stop this. I'm going to cut. Let's lift this up. And there you go. So you can sew sideways. It's not very straight because I let go of the fabric, but you've got that there. And I think I need to fix that tension a little bit more. So let's try going backwards. Let's sew backwards. Okay. So I'm going to put this down. Let me flip it to this other side. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's put my foot down. Oops, got to catch that thread. Okay. All right, let's see if it'll do it. What? And there it goes. Sewing backwards. All right, I'm going to cut this. And we sewed backwards. So just really nice ways, you know, if you're doing, say, a quilt label and you had a perfect square, you could lay it down and sew sideways across the top, sideways across the bottom, and backwards if you wanted to up the sides. Super nice, really nice, convenient way to do some easier sewing. Just makes it a little bit easier if you're, you know, with placement and things like that, especially with applique. I mean, if you're doing square applique, that's perfect. That's perfect for you. So lots and lots more. I'm going to try and show you. I would show you our, up at the top, you have this cover. Now, it's out of the frame, but you'll see a whole row and line of all of your stitches up at the top. So you can see that really well. But with the sewing side, anything else I wanted to mention, you have the auto height adjuster, which does come with this here, and it'll automatically lift that up and down. Now, in the settings, I'm just going to quickly show you for the sewing side is, let's just come in here. Or no, we want to go to the paper, and this will bring you into our settings for this machine. So you've got width control, which I'm actually going to turn that on. I like that. It helps with, you know, it automatically adjusts the width when you select different stitch patterns. So that's why when I was doing those other stitches, it didn't adjust that for me. So that's a really nice feature to have. You can kind of turn it on and forget it. You can also adjust your feed dogs. So if you wanted them a little bit higher, lower, whatever the case may be, you can have that adjustment available to you. Also the twin needle, it'll know, your machine will read when you have a twin needle in, and there is other attachments that you have to put on the machine to get the twin needle on. Just kind of like, you know, with this, you have this little, oh, what's the word? This little ankle, I guess, that you can put on that goes onto your foot. But with the embroidery, you don't need that. The embroidery foot just goes right on without that ankle. So just another little attachment, and it does come with the Brother machine. You can adjust your height and pressure of your presser foot. I like this setting here. That's normally what I keep it at. It's good with me. Initial position of your needle, so you can have it going to the right, or you can have it always in the center. That's up to you. But with the option that you can adjust it, you know, by not inch by inch, because that's obviously way too small to be an inch, but by little, you can adjust your needle and where you're putting your needle with that L and R shift that I showed you earlier. You also have other features like you can adjust your free motion foot height, because you can do free motion with this. All you have to do is just, you take this apart. So this is your little case that you've got on the side of your sewing side. You've also got lots of other feet in here, bobbins. You've got your embroidery foot in there. This is the U. I was about to say J. That's not the J. This is the U foot for embroidery. You've got that on there as well. And with that other bag, you have other feet in there as well, and quilting feet as well. So that is really good to know. I'm going to slide that back in there. You've got extra bobbins. You've got your sewing, your buttonhole attachment that will go with all of the 10 auto buttonhole stitches that you've got on there. So really nice. And I love how organized it is. It stays, you know, you've got all of this pre-fit for you right in here. So you can keep your bobbins right by you in case you run out, because I know how frustrating it is to have a bobbin run out halfway through your project. It is the most frustrating thing, but you've got them right there. And you've got a bobbin winder right here. So let me try and pull this a little closer. You've got it right there. So you can just pull your bobbin out of your case, load it on, wind your bobbin, and you are back in the groove of sewing. So really nice. I love these little carrying cases, or not carrying cases. The slide case that comes on when you're doing your sewing side and also gives you that extra work area. It slides right on. You can hide some candy in there if you need to. You've got this little extra space as well. This is empty, but you know, you could easily throw your needles in there, extra bobbins, lots of space for you. So I'm going to try and get out of there so you can see as much as you can of that. But it closes right up and slides right on to that machine. So when you open the box and you see only this bag, don't freak out because that's not all you're getting. You do have other feet in there as well. So lots of different options for you. You also get the foot control. I'm not using the foot control today because of just where I'm sitting and we're in the studio. But this is the foot control that it does come with. You can attach it on. It also does come with a knee lever. So if you are not a foot pedal type of sewer or crafter, you can use the knee lever and that will work just as well. You also get you get an extra little spool pin, and I believe this will attach on, I think it goes right up in here. But you've got some other little attachments that you can use. This will be for your larger spools or an extra spool. Say you're doing embroidery and you need to add a color really quick and you don't want to, swap the colors over and over and over again. Through here, you've got an extra spool pin to do that. So love, love, love. And going in, you've got the extra bobbins, extra needles, all of that. Now I want to show you some of the embroidery. So I'm going to zoom you out just a little bit. I'm going to go out just a little bit. And I'm going to show you how you switch this machine, and not even just this machine, but other types of machines, to embroidery, because it's very important that you don't miss any of these steps. So I'm going to turn my machine off. Super important that you turn your machine off while you're switching it to embroidery, because you can just confuse your machine, especially when you put on that embroidery hoop. It reads. So your machine will read what you've got going on to here. So it'll know when you're going into sewing and when you're going to embroidery. So the first thing that I'm going to do before I get my unit, my embroidery unit, is I'm going to get my screwdriver that so nicely comes with the Brother NQ3550W. No matter what machine I have, I will always keep a screwdriver near me, and I'll tell you other reasons why in just a second. But to get these screws off, it can be so difficult because you want to make sure that your needles are on tight and your feet are on tight, but it can be hard to unscrew them. And especially if you have hand troubles, if you have pain in your hands, it can be really hard to unscrew these needles. So having these screwdrivers that machines often come with are the best. I keep all of them. I love keeping them. And I'm going to show you another reason why I love it in just a second. But I'm going to unscrew this ankle that we've got on here. And I also would suggest that you switch your feet before you put the unit on, because that arm is going to hit you in an awkward position and it'll be kind of hard to unscrew these. I learned the hard way this morning. I put on the embroidery unit first, and then I'm like, why am I having trouble with this machine? So we're going to unscrew this. Get this off. All right, so we've got this off. And where is my embroidery foot? Of course, I lose it. Okay, it is in here. So I'm just going to open this up. And if you see the lighting shift, our overhead lights in our studio just went out. So we do have an electrician here. I'm just warning you. I just saw it went dark on the screen. But you can still see, which is fine. So I'm going to open this up. I've got my embroidery foot here. Let's just take this off. So get my embroidery foot. Now, this is what it's going to look like. There is one in here, and I believe this one is for quilting. So this is going to be your free motion foot. Hold on, let me open it up so you can see it. But these, you've got an embroidery foot right here, quilting, you've got your mix right there. So super nice. This machine does come, it's a 6x10 max embroidery hoop area. So I'm going to show you the sizes in just a second once I get this on, but super easy to attach these hoops. Keep your screwdriver close, and the screw that you just had, don't lose these because they are tiny. We're going to slide this on. Oh, and we are back, and we're not back. Oh, love technology. Okay, so I've got this, and one thing I'd recommend, lift that foot up. I always miss doing that, and then I find out right here. I'm like, oh, no, there we go. All right, so we're going to slide this in. Get your handy dandy screwdriver. I'm just gonna put this right on. Just go as far as I can. All right. Okay. All right. And we are rocking and rolling. So now I'm going to grab the embroidery unit and zoom you out just a little bit so you can see that embroidery unit. Here it is right here. Super lightweight. Really, really, you can just feel the quality in these machines. And I love that. Okay, so I'm going to push this on. But we still have one more step we need to do before we're fully switched to embroidery. And that is we have to switch our bobbin case. So I'm going to switch it right now because if you did not know, with combo machines, there's going to be 2 different bobbin cases that you're going to get. So this one is your embroidery bobbin case. It's got the little red dot on there. And the one that came in here is going to be your sewing bobbin case. So I just lifted this up. This is a part of the machine. I just lifted this up. It pops right out. And we're going to switch our bobbin cases because they have different tensions. And with embroidery, obviously they're very different. So you're sewing, you're slow, and you're more consistent and just straight. You're doing the same thing for the same amount of time or however long it may be. But with embroidery, you're doing different things. You're, going back and forth. They're 2 different styles. So you need 2 different bobbin cases. So let's slide this one in. Okay. And got your bobbin. There you go. And just slide that in here. But let me slide this on first. And if you need to oil, you're going to want to lift this up to oil your machine. You're going to want to do that. I'd say when you change your needle, you're going to want to just put a drop of oil right in that bobbin case area where the bobbin case slides into the rest of the machine. Put some oil there and your machine will thank you. And then you'll thank yourself later because your machine will be running better and life goes way better, right? Okay, somebody asked how you tell the bobbin cases apart. Let me show you. And that's a good question because I know, obviously at first glance, these look the exact same. They look exactly the same, but when you turn it over, if you look closely, I'm going to try and show you as best as I can. There's a red dot in the center of those 2 dots on this one. So on this one, you're going to see that red dot. This one, there's not going to be a red dot. So red dot, embroidery, no dot, sewing. And that also will just help your machine. I feel like when you have the 2 bobbins and you're switching back and forth, it's, you have that one set for embroidery and it will work with you. And just having that separate bobbin case, I feel like just will be better for your machine and it just will make it last longer. I think it will just work better. I think it will. All right, let me slide this back in, put our bobbin in. Okay. And then we're going to slide this little piece. This is the piece you take off just to get it on top of your bobbin case. All right. Oops. Gotta slide it in. Okay. There we go. All right. There we go. All righty. So we've got the bobbin case changed. We've got the needle and the foot, or not the needle, we got the foot changed. We have everything ready. Now we can turn on our machine. So let me do that just real quickly. We've got to get this needle threaded. Okay. Let's turn this on. And I'm going to just zoom you out just a little bit so you can see the entire machine. All right, so now you're going to see that your machine reads it as embroidery. So you're going to click it, and the carriage of the embroidery unit will move So here it's just calibrating, doing its thing, and now you can get started with embroidery. So one thing that I want to tell you about is all of the included embroidery designs. There are so many. You get 258 built-in designs, which is just wild. I could sit here and browse all of them all day long. You've got lettering fonts, you've got borders and frames here. So many different options. You can create so much, and you can also customize a lot of things. You can add designs on top of designs. You can do, there's so many different things just with those designs alone. But I know my fellow embroiderers, we love to collect our designs. So there is a USB port. You can kind of see it on the end. It's going to be right here. There is a USB port. You can load designs via USB, but you can also do it with Wi-Fi and with wireless, wireless capabilities. And that will let you transfer designs from your computer onto your machine. So that will be through a PC. So you can transfer designs to and from your machine through the Wi-Fi, which is really nice and super, super convenient, especially as someone who has, coming from me, I have so many embroidery designs. It's overwhelming, and I also make my own. So it's nice to be able to bring those into my machine without, having to save it other places or anything like that. So yes, love, 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 love. With this, it's the same thing. The sewing and the embroidery side will go up to 850 stitches per minute, which I think is perfect for embroidery, because in all reality, you don't have to go super fast with embroidery. I feel like most of the time we're probably going to stay in between maybe like the 60 and 85% speed, just because you want to keep an eye on it. You want to make sure everything's stitching out correctly. So you have the opportunity to go as fast as you want, but you also can slow it down and go slow, which is really nice. So I'm going to show you the settings over here again, just to show you the difference. So it goes, we had our sewing area, and now we have our embroidery. So it's going to tell you your frame display. You can, adjust anything on there. You can also select threads and thread colors, making sure that your thread colors match what you're creating, whatever you're doing. Like I said here, you've got your max stitches per minute, but you can adjust that. So say I don't want to go that fast. I want to go at 600. You can just adjust that, and then you can come back with that paper button and adjust it however you need. And then embroidery tension, you can adjust that as well. I'm not going to mess with it just yet because I don't think I need to. I think we're okay. But again, you can adjust it as you go along as well. And you can adjust your foot height, depending on what kind of project that you're doing. There's lots of stuff that you can do there. And again, with color selection and color sorting, you can do that as well. And there's just some these are all settings about the machine itself. So light, you can turn that light off, but I love how bright that light is, especially when you are stitching out something with, maybe you're using colors that are really light or really dark and you need to see really close up. You can use that as well, use that light. Let's keep going. So yeah, it'll also show you stitch count. You've got your wireless connection settings here, so you can use that. And there's also tutorials built in this machine that you can watch to help you get through all of that as well. So just another fun bonus. But this is also compatible with Artspira. Now, if you're a Brother user and you have Brother machines currently, you can download Artspira, or if you already have it, and that can help you create even more custom designs. You can use a lot of the things that they have in Artspira. They have lots of different features and different, they've got, I'm thinking of it with the print mode. I'm like, they've got templates and fabric things, but yes, print mode, we love the print mode too. But with Artspira, there's lots of different other embroidery designs. I know they release some monthly. You've got that magazine. There's lots of inspiration on there. I know if you have a Scan and Cut, Print Moda, or any other Brother machine, that Artspira app has just been a game changer for what you create. So definitely recommend looking into Artspira. If you are thinking about getting this machine, download Artspira. It's free. It just connects to your machine. You put your serial number in of your machine and it should connect right away. and you can start creating, and it'll communicate with your machine. So Artspira will communicate with your machine, send designs to your machine, all of that sort of good stuff. It's great. So let's come back here and let me show you some of our hoops. So you're going to get 2 hoops with this machine. This one I've got hooped already. This is the 5x7. So here's my hand for reference, but you got a lot of good space. Now, a lot of machines, or if you've got just a beginner machine, they're going to be 4x4, or the smaller machines, they're going to be 4x4. I really, really think getting that upgrade to either a 5x7 like this one or a 6x10, you will be so happy you did. And luckily, with this machine, you get the 5x7. Oops, and I'm dropping things. And you have the 6x10. So there's that difference. I'm going to try and show you the difference in size here. But big difference. Big difference. This opens you up to so many more projects. In the hoop designs, I'm a big in the hoop project person. That's just what I love to do. And the 6x10 is always my go-to size. It's the perfect. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just, it fits everything. And I love, love, love my 6x10 hoop. And if you are watching this right now and you have a 4x4 hoop, just know, or sound off in the comments. I'd love to know, do you like it? Do you wish you had more space? Because this, I think, would really change your life. I'm just saying it. I don't mean to be dramatic, but I think so. I love the 6x10 hoop, and even the 5x7. These two are my favorite sizes. 5x7 is great for smaller designs and also if more intricate designs. So if you're, say you're embroidering a t-shirt or something like that, or a hoodie, whatever it is, the smaller, more intricate designs, put in here. Highly recommend for that. But the bigger designs, throw these in there and you will be good to go. So love those. You also get these little sheets that go with your hoop. This one is still wrapped up. Let me unwrap this for you. And this just helps with targeting. You know, when you're setting up a design and you want to make sure everything is straight, you've got your grid there. You've got little needle markers that you can check around, and it comes with 2. So this is the 6x10 one. It fits right in the 6x10. It'll lay right in there for you. And that will help you with hooping, lining things up. I don't use this too often, only when I'm doing designs that I need to have things extremely straight. So that would be like if I had already done the project and embroidering on top of it, rather than me taking a piece of fabric, embroidering onto it, and then putting it into a project, if that makes sense. But yes, love, love, love those little target sheets. They slide. There's little divots inside the hoop, and it just slides right into there. It's really nice too. Especially when you're new to embroidery and it's hard having that, you know, you're not used to only being able to move things a certain way, and you have your hoop up there, and it's a learning curve. It is a learning curve if you are new to embroidery, but having those target sheets is awesome and really, really, really helps. So I'm just going to show you a couple more things. I'm going to show you how to line up a design and make sure that it is where you want it to be. So all I'm going to do, you just slide it in like that. Put it down. All right. And let's browse through some of these. Okay. So let's go through here. So these are all of we've got some spring and Easter and more celebration type designs. You've got some Christmas, Thanksgiving. You got a turkey in there. All right. And then what else? You've got these ones. I love these ones. You've got like a little tiger here you could put, and it'll adjust it. So like here, I've got my 5x7 hoop in. It'll adjust it to either go straight. It'll put the design straight as is, or it will put it vertically or long ways, or just in a way that it can fit in the machine, in the hoop that you've got it on. So that is really nice. Just keep scrolling. I love these little llamas. Those are my favorite. I always stitch these out when I'm testing out machines. It's so cute. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so here is a little I think it's some lemons and maybe some, oh, there's a little hummingbird. I'm trying to find the one that we can stitch out today that won't take too long. Ooh, let's try these. So these are some of the quilting designs that are available on the, ooh, this is perfect. Okay. So this is a quilting design. You've got your thread, you've got your scissors, you've got a little dress form there, a sewing machine. So we're going to do that one today, of course. So I'm going to set it. That's the one we picked for today. And Mona asked, oh, I just saw this. Mona asked if you can put shirts or sweatshirts right on the hoops. I wouldn't say right on the hoops, like to float it. If you were going to just lay it on top like so, I would suggest pulling the bottom of the sweatshirt and keeping the bottom back here and then pulling the top or wherever you want to embroider down. Just that way you're not stitching through different layers and things like that. Or you can, I feel like with the hood or things like that, there's certain spots where you probably could float it. And with t-shirts, yeah, I would just recommend you keep everything back and make sure, even using something sticky or like some stay tape or some R&K tape, Kimberbell paper tape, you can use lots of things to keep it together, or even 505 if you're a quilter and you already have 505, you can just lay some of that down on top of your stabilizer and put whatever you want to embroider on top of that. And there you go. Okay, I'm going to size this down because right now it's taking up the whole size of my hoop. So I'm going to go down, give it some room just to show you how I can move this around and show you what it looks like. So as you can see here, I'm moving it around. So like if I put it right here, that's going to go right on the corner of my hoop. It's going to go right up to the edge. So just a really nice feature to make sure that everything is lined up correctly. And this move feature, so you can do it manually, move it up very, very small amounts if you don't trust your fingers. So you can do that. Or what else? You can also do the sides, of course. I was just showing you that. And let's go through and, oh, and it's going to tell me I got to change, of course. So some of these designs are going to be larger. So you're going to have to use like a 6x10 frame or something like that. Let's try it with something else. Mainly with these quilting designs, chances are it's going to be a 6x10. But that's okay because we can come back and let's just pick one really quick. You know what? Let's do SMP. We're going to do, what font should we do? Let's go for here and let's do S. We'll do SMP Nation. SMP. And then we're going to do a little enter, line 2. Nation. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Perfect. Okay, set. Now here's our little design. Woohoo! SMP Nation. Now you can click each one of these and adjust them how you need to. I'm going to select one of them. Let's try. Okay. And we're just going to size this down. So here you've got large, medium, and small, which is why you've got, I'm sorry, I've just totally blanked on there. You've got large, medium, and small. So those are preset sizes, but you can also set it to as large as you want as well. So let's keep going. I'm going to set this down. I kind of want it to be right there. Okay. Now you've got this all lined up and you are ready to stitch out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on and we're going to let this stitch out off to the side. And then we will come back when it is done. And I'm going to just move this out of here. And let's go to embroidery. And okay, let's pull this. And my thread is falling apart. All right. So we're going to thread it. All right. And let me cut off this. And let's get started. So first, really quick, before I check, I'm just going to check and see. All right, so my machine is a little slower. All right, okay. Now it does say I have black thread in there, but I do have white. So you can change that, whatever you, if you really want to make sure colors are matched, you can thread that, or you can check that and make sure it's all good. So let's start and see. Oops, uh-oh. Yep, and our thread did get tangled, but that is okay. All right, do you want to bring the camera back to me real quick? Let's see if you can see me. Oh, you can. The lights are out. The lights did go out, but while I try and work on this, I do want to tell you about this machine and how you can get it. So I talked a whole bunch about all the different features, but I want to tell you specifically what's going on with the machine itself. So you see the price right there, and you can go to smplive.tv and check it out right there. So head to smplive.tv. The price right there is $29.99, but give us a call. Just wink, wink, give us a call. We've got these right in. We actually just got a new shipment in. So if you want to get your hands on one of these, please give us a call. We've got our sales specialist and all of our sales team on the calls, on the phones, ready to take your order. So we'll go to smplive.tv to check it out and see what's going on with that machine today. There's a reason why I'm running amok. I'm just letting you know. That's been our favorite little saying all week, is we're running amok. And yeah, just winkety wink, give us a call. You know, Blaine's not here. It's just me today. So you never know what I did. You never know. But just give us a call. You can also just go shop right on the website and go check out more of the features. There also is a promo with this as well. You are getting a free magnetic sash frame. And what's the size on that, Kyle? Is it 5x7 or 4x4? 5x7. So you're also, with that price up there on the screen, you are getting a free magnetic sash frame, which it is a, yeah, it's valued at $2.99. It's like a normal embroidery hoop, but each of the sides has little magnets on there. So that way, if you're hooping more intricate projects, it makes it really easy to change those materials that you're using. You can just pull it right off, pull it back on. Magnetic sash frames and just magnetic frames in general are really, really becoming popular and becoming the new thing, mainly because they're so easy to use and they're way easier to use and just quicker, more efficient, especially with multi-needles. I feel like they're really, really making a big, I don't know, they're really doing well. And whenever I use my magnetic frame, I really, really enjoy it. And it makes life just a lot easier when you are, when you're stitching and crafting. It just makes it easier for you. So again, go to smplive.tv. We've got financing available. We've got that free magnetic sash frame. Go check it out right now. But you know me, and you know Blaine, and you know us here at SMP. Give us a call. Just give us a call. That's all I'm going to say. And we will take the rest from there for you. And we'll let you know. All right, guys. Well, with all that being said, I've got this machine here. But speaking of the time, I think it's time to do some giveaways. I think so. All right. So with all of these, you know, we're talking embroidery and we're talking machines. And what better way for you to, you know, get your new machine, or even just a new machine if you're not getting this one today, or if you have a machine already, what way to get a new machine than pair it with a sew mat, right? I mean, come on. You've got to pair a machine with a sew mat. Since Blaine is not here today, I'm going to be the one to say it. If you do not have a sew mat, an SMP sew mat under your machine, you're doing your machine a disservice. You are. I hate to say it. Today, that way, very own You can pick the color and the size. We've got lots of options. You can go check them out on SMPLive.tv and claim your prize at SMPLive.tv. But let's pick a lucky winner to get one of these today. Woohoo! Gwendolyn Goldsberry, congratulations. You have just won your very own SMP Sew Mat. I'm so happy for you. Go to smplive.tv to claim that prize and let us know what color and what size you want. We've got small, medium, large, and extra large. So if you've got a bigger machine, I'd go up the sizes. If you've got a small machine, stick with the small to medium. Or you can just get an extra large and you have that extra space for you on the side of your machine, whatever you want. Okay, let's give away some event bags. Let's do some event bags because who doesn't love bags? I am a self-proclaimed bag lady. I love collecting bags. I don't know if it's collecting, it's probably hoarding, but let's give away a bag bundle to a very special member of SMP Nation. See who's gonna win. And these all have really fun sayings on them. I love the one that says they're called quilts, not blankets. I love it. I love it. And I got big hoops, and I can't lie. Patricia Winters, you have just won a set of SMP event bags. So if you'd like to claim that, head to smplive.tv to claim, fill out the information, let us know who and where to send it to, and we will get that out. And yeah, you've got bags you can fill with fabric now. So that's super exciting. All right, guys. Let's move on, and we are going to give away a, should we do some $25 gift cards? Let's do 4 $25 gift cards, okay? We're going to spin and give 4 lucky people a $25 gift card. Kyle, spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. 4 times.
4 times.
4 times.
Yes, to equal out 100.
Teresa Jukowicz.
Yes. Congratulations, Teresa. You have just won a $25 gift card from SMP. Go ahead, fill out the information on SMP Live TV, fill out that form. Mainly the only thing with all of these gift card giveaways, the most important thing that we need from you is your email. So if you do win today, go to SMP Live TV, fill out that information, and most importantly, your email. Thank you. All right, spin again. And that is because we will email you a code. We will email you a gift card code that you can use at checkout.
Margot Gutierrez.
Woo! Congratulations, Margot. You have just won a $25 SMP gift card. So if you'd like to claim that, you can head to smplive.tv, fill out the information. Again, email, super important. Fill it out, submit it, and we will get you that gift card as soon as possible. All right. We're on number 3.
Number 3.
Da-da. Diane Morris, congratulations. You have just won a $25 gift card to Sewing Machines Plus. To claim that, head to smplive.tv, fill out the information, and most important thing, email, and we will take it from there. One more time. Ooh, oh.
Deborah Mass. Congratulations. You just won a $25 gift card from Sewing Machines Plus. So if you'd like to claim that prize, head to smplive.tv, fill out the information. Most important thing we need is your email, and then we will take it from there and get you that gift card code. All righty. I think last up, are we doing a machine? Should we do a machine? Do it.
Okay. We are going to do a Necky K132A sewing machine for the amazing SMP Nation out there because you guys are just the best.
Because we love you.
Yeah, we love you. We appreciate you. You came here and listened to me talk about a machine for an hour. So let's give away one today. Let's do it.
Dang it.
Bum, bum, bum. Super exciting. A machine. Someone's going home with a machine today. Kathy Millwood. Congratulations. That looks like my dog a little bit. A little bit.
Congratulations, Kathy. You just won a Necky K132A sewing machine. To claim that, head to smplive.tv, fill out the information, let us know who and where to send it to, and we will get that right out to you. Woohoo! All right, you guys. Oh, I love doing giveaways. It's the best. Yeah, someone said cute dog. That is a cute dog.
Very cute.
Very cute. I have 2 dogs, and one of them looks like that dog, and then the other one kind of does, but kind of doesn't. So I'm like, But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for coming on and joining us today. I had an absolute blast showing off this machine the best that I could with all of the, with no lights, but we've got the technology gremlins out today. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode today. If Blaine's ever gone again, you know I'm back. But you can catch me back next week. I will be in Kyle's seat with Blaine for Thursday. But again, stay in tune with us, stay in contact, stay in touch. We are always posting on our social medias. So go to our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, our YouTube. We've got it all. You can find us just SewingMachinesPlus.com and we'll be right up there. But subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you sign up for our text messages as well, because we send out a text every time we go live. So in case you miss it, we'll be right there to let you know, and we will always have the link that'll just take you right to the show. So you can go check that out. But I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Please stay safe and warm. I know a lot of you are over maybe more east or, more central. I know in Texas, there's a lot of stuff going on. But I really hope you guys are all staying safe. Go sew something for me and then post it and tag me, because I'd love to see it. But I will see you guys very, very soon. We'll be back. I'm sure I'll see you later today on our Facebook. But I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.